Good morning, everyone. Wow. Do I have something to tell you? It was almost a fatal chicken crisis. What is the biggest predator of your chickens? The domesticated dog. Little Buddy, I know I've done a video and he was on one of the videos I put out. Just a little dog, very, very cute and friendly and wonderful, and just we love him. As a matter of fact, you know, we would have taken him in a heartbeat before we got the girls. Anyway, the domesticated dog. He normally has a collar that has, some signals. So when they let him out, they can kind of monitor him, and he has learned that collar very, very well. It lost charge this morning, and they had it on the charger. So he had no collar on. I noticed he was out back, but it didn't even dawn on me about the chickens. That's my fault. I could have stopped it earlier. But my girls, I had the back door open and they were about ready to bust down my back door, my screen door, my glass door to get to him. And when they stand up, they're the size of the door. I mean, they would, and I know it doesn't have like a real sturdy latch. So here I was pulling them away from the door to shut the big door in order to calm them down. And then I lost track of what's going on outside with the chickens. It didn't even dawn on me. So I grabbed my coffee and I'm going to go play with the babies and give them some extra stuff and go check on everybody that's loose, make sure everybody's okay. And there is nobody. And then it dawned on me when I saw the neighbor's kid out there hollering for Buddy that this was not good. I have 2 acres and it is thicket, thorny, shrubby, which is good because we have a multitude of rabbits and I love that. However, we have a rabbit hunter up here whose beagle hounds always end up on our property. But anywho, my chickens are gone and I start panicking. I start screaming. I'm sleep deprived right now. And so I'm very tired. I've got a headache. I'm trying to get stuff done. There's some domestic issues going on today at my household. Now they're done. But anyway, my chickens had scattered. I had no idea if they were stuck together. And Wes was loose. And Wes is my Welsummer rooster who has leg issues due to the fact that I used to use puppy pads in my brooder bins and had no problems. And then I had Wes, who was, I don't know, I think he was maybe 4 or 5 days old. And while I was at work, started scratching into the puppy pad and he got fibers wrapped all the way around his feet and he was pinned to the puppy pad. Not only that, but he also has a sinus infection and one of his eyes is swollen shut. Where's Wes? Where is Wes? So I start screaming at the neighbor and I grab the dog because the dog comes to me because we love him. He loves us. And I'm holding him and I'm mad at him, but I'm not. As long as he didn't kill him, I'm good. And I've been crying because I felt really bad about how I talked to the neighbor and screaming, but he assured me that I had every right. But I apologized to his son because I told him that an adult shouldn't act like that, and we shouldn't. But I was scared because you also have Frazzle, who's not always the brightest, my crossbeak that I love dearly, who I just had in the house this morning to go get her cottage cheese. I carried her because she come running to me. But anyway, They scattered into like 5 different directions. There were 7 total loose. Right now, this moment, Frazzle is already locked up. I gave her her food. She was fine. I'll go in. Ruth, Wes, and Prissy, those 3 are back at the barn area. Lizbeth, my Brahma, who has been running loose, is going across the fence line down to the other side. Then he ends up going the other direction and seeing another group. So I'm assuming that she will come around. They're going to hear their roosters. And right there is, I think that's Ruth just walking across through there. So she's looking for the other girls. She don't know where they are. That's great. Sorry. But anyway, I think everybody's okay. I've accounted for my 2 that I was worried about the most. Buddy is back across the street in the house looking out the window crying when I was mushroom hunting in the front yard. Look. They're out, girls and guys. The Morels are out. Oh, so I think all the chickens are okay. I'm just going to let them calm down. When Wes gets his breath, he was pretty tired. He followed me very slowly through all of the brush and with his legs. It was like slow motion, and we got him back to the bar. He just laid down. So I gave him some of that baby cake treat and put some water and some spinach out there so he could revive himself a little bit quicker than he would, so he can start calling the girls in. So hopefully when he starts crowing up there, he'll call the girls in. But I wanted to give him a couple hours just to kind of chill out and feel calm. Because I think once Lizbeth went around to the other ones, they really kind of follow her because she's older. And so they'll follow her back to wherever she leads them. Maybe. We hope. All right. So, prepping. Every channel now has a prepper pantry. I've been doing this for years. Just prepper pantry hauls and, small tidbits about prepping. Now everybody's doing it. Okay, then. What are they going to do with these 2 mangoes? Are you going to prep the 2 mangoes? I am. So I found these 2 mangoes. They are super, super ripe. They need to be cut like now because they're starting to bruise a little bit. But this is the prime flavor of the mango time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these and I'm going to immediately put some tomatillos in, maybe a very small amount of tomatoes, and I'm going to do a mango, salsa verde, salsa something. Because I've seen those in stores and I thought, well, you know what? That would be great. So I think that's what I'm going to do with my 2 mangoes, and I'm going to use some of the tomatillas, and then I'll make a different sauce, and we'll see. I might only use one of the mangoes and then use the other mango with some pineapple and do a mango pineapple preserve as I start processing. So 1 mango just to flavor up some mango salsa with salsa verde with the tomatillas, and 1 pineapple mango preserve. I'm going to tell you, I'm having so much fun with this. And you know what? That's true. The true way to harvest and get stuff in your pantry if you don't want to pay for, someone else's processed foods, and you're starting to learn skills. This is the best way to learn skills. You take a pineapple and a mango, cut it up very fine. Of course, you peel mangoes. I really don't know a whole lot about tropical fruits, but there are a few things I do know. And the mango skin is a no bueno. No bueno, no bueno, no bueno. Nope. But to take 2 mangoes and a pineapple, and you've got some free tomatillas, you make some mango salsa, a little tiny batch of that, and you make a little tiny batch of the pineapple mango preserve, and you've got some interesting things that you have done. You have learned the skill, and yeah. I don't understand why people don't do it. and learn your morel mushrooms. Learn that design. They're out. There was one year, and this was, gosh, like 20, probably 24 years ago. We had such a great season out here in the woods. I was going 3 rounds a day, and I sold a lot of mushrooms at 48 or 40, 48 or $49 a dry pound. And I can't imagine what the price would be right now. I can't go out in the woods right now, and that's killing me. I want to go mushroom hunting. These were just found right in my front yard. So I'm a little upset, but not too bad. All right, I think that's it. You know, harvest from the grocery store right now. Harvest any sales you can get, meats, anything. I'm not ready to pressure can yet. I'm just doing all my water bath stuff as I find it in the grocery stores. I freeze my meat right now, or I just cook it because we really, we like to eat. So I don't cook that much anymore. I cook a few things here and there, and I try to make them interesting, like, fajitas and things. The other night, I had cut that roast that I had thawed out, and I have some still marinating in salsa where I cut it thin, but I had some that I cut a little bit bigger into like little thin fillets, and I browned them in some grapeseed oil with some seasonings, a little bit of soy sauce, and then I put some peppers and onions and mushrooms in there and put some steak seasoning on the top of it, put it on a plate, had a baked potato, and I'm going to tell you something. My husband's even looking. We eating. So it was really good. Um, I've unthawed the 2 things of spaghetti and meatballs that we have. I've already done that. All right, I'm out of here. I'm still reeling over the chicken thing. I'm looking out there. I don't see anybody yet. I'm going to have to take a walk back out there and see if I can find my girls. I think they know the direction as long as Wes starts crowing. This was the day of a crazy woman. Bye, y'all. Hugs from a distance. Keep prepping. Prep something every day. Learn a skill. Learn how to can. 1 jar at a time. Find enough fruit and vegetable to do one kind of pickle or one kind of preserve. Just do it. Water bath canning is easy, especially with 1 or 2 jars. You can put them in a saucepan. You don't have to get the big thing out and all that. No, you don't have to do that. Y'all have a great day.